Hello, everyone, and welcome to Taxing Poetic. I'm Tim Howe, your co-host, along with...
I am Jenny Carter, the other co-host.
Awesome, and today we are going to be talking about our copywritten, very super big, round-shaped food receptacle episode. Thanks to our wonderful producer, JB. JB, how are you?
I'm pretty good. That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. Homage to the big game that is going to be coming up here in a couple of short weeks. Actually had some very interesting football yesterday. Good times watching a couple of the final games to identify who is going to actually be playing in the game. So Jenny's got her Taylor Swift support gear on. I can totally see as she's a Swiftie.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am. It's Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team. Yay.
I really have no problem with them showing Taylor Swift.
I don't either. Why does everyone get upset
They're
about
not
it?
cutting away from
Well, considering the fact that they showed
Exactly.
Taylor Swift actually mouthing to the camera, "Just go away," yesterday during the game.
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they showed her like for the fifth time, and CBS was talking about like the Grammys, and she literally mouthed, "Just go away."
It's amazing. Yeah, she does it. It's not her fault. I mean, like, what do you want her to
I am
do?
here for all of it. They actually say that it's working with dads and daughters. Like, they're bonding together.
100%.
I mean, football and Taylor Swift bring people together. Who doesn't like that?
Agree.
Yes. So, and on that note, are you ready for my haiku?
I think we can absolutely enjoy your big game haiku.
Okay, well, let's do it.
Awesome.
And if you need to bleep something out, JB, you know what to do to keep us from getting sued. Super Bowl sales tax. Chiefs versus 49ers. Do not tax my snacks. It touches on one of our topics we talk about all the time, which is regressive taxes
Yes.
on groceries.
Yes, and taxing snacks.
So let me ask real quick, what is your favorite big round container game, whatever it's called, snack to have at those parties?
Obviously, Chex Mix. Yeah, hands down.
Good one.
Yep.
It's just really buffalo wings. Just because
Oh, okay.
they're...
You're a big wing guy?
You
Gotta
need
have
it.
wings.
It's football.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You ranch or blue cheese guy?
I actually am both.
Okay.
Depends on the wing.
Oh,
Right?
really?
So it's like a spicy wing, I like the blue cheese, and it's like a sweet wing, I'll use the ranch.
Okay.
Wow.
Fair
Living
enough.
your life.
What a fancy palate you have.
I'm a fancy boy.
So
Yeah,
I'm,
it's very-
I'm blue cheese all the way, man.
Yeah, I mean, blue cheese is good. A lot of people hate blue cheese. Is very polarizing cheese.
In all honesty, it really is.
It really is.
Poor blue
Yes.
cheese gets picked on an awful lot.
Sure does.
If anyone cares, I like pizza. That's my favorite. It's
Oh
pretty
yeah, we didn't ask.
pretty
Ask
standard.
Jenny.
I know, that's fine. I'm talking to two men, so I'm used to that.
Oh man,
So, yeah.
sorry.
No.
And add Jenny to our apology list.
Finally.
Well, shameless plug because I'm actually wearing my Seattle Seahawks gear, and unfortunately,
I know, Tim. I was like, this is sad.
Yes.
You're wearing your poor Seahawks jersey to a Super Bowl.
lots of turmoil in the
Yeah.
Seattle Seahawks fandom. So, still waiting to figure out who our next head coach
Oh,
is
that's
going to
right,
be.
because your coach left.
That's right. Well, not on his own.
I know.
Not on his own terms.
The gum chewing industry is devastated.
Exactly. But anyways, so we're going to spend a little bit of time today talking through the participants in the championship games, a little bit of interesting stuff about the taxation in their state.
Yeah, so all four states where the final teams came from.
That's exactly right. So we're going to talk California, Maryland, Michigan, and Missouri, not Kansas City, Kansas, but Kansas City, Missouri.
That actually had to be explained to me a couple years ago.
Really?
I thought Kansas City, the Chiefs were from Kansas City, Kansas.
Nope.
I know. So I don't know. Maybe
Is
you
there
learned...
a Kansas City, Kansas?
There is 100%
Yes.
of Kansas City,
This
Kansas.
country.
Isn't that annoying? I agree. So yes.
Well,
I'm
why
sure...
wouldn't there be if you think about it? Like
No, I
Kansas
mean-
City is, you think, should be in Kansas.
It's also
Why
a
would
fair
you
point.
split a city down a state line? Like put a state line down the middle of a city?
I mean-
it is rather silly. So maybe there's someone out there today who just learned that the Kansas City Chiefs are actually from Missouri.
There you go.
So you're welcome.
Yeah, just educated them.
Yes,
Good
correct.
stuff.
All right, we're going to hop right into our latest quiz, Pop Quiz Hot Shot, and just remind everybody in season 1, apparently I lost by a very large margin to Tim, and so I'm hoping for better results this year. So JB, let's bring it on.
First quiz of the year.
See what
Just
Donna,
remind everyone of my excellence. That's exactly it.
that's why we're here every
That is
day.
every day.
Yes.
You guys want to do
ego.
the same prize?
Let's do it. Same
Same-
prize.
same
prize.
prize.
I think
Yes.
it's fantastic.
Okay.
Let's
well,
go.
All right, Jenny, come on.
Okay.
All right,
let's go.
Jenny's first question. Which of these states will not tax the soft drinks for your Super Bowl party?
Ooh, will not tax the soft drinks. I'm going to say Missouri.
It's Michigan.
Did you know that, Tim?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's pretty interesting.
that is interesting.
No tax on carbonated beverages, huh?
I guess
Good
not.
stuff.
Good for them. I
Awesome.
mean, they've
Alright.
got I don't know if it has anything to do with like the cans. You can recycle, like you get 10 cents in Michigan. So
Let me tell you
maybe
something.
there's
I've
something
never understood why California has a homeless population issue that they do. If I was a homeless guy, I'd be in Michigan collecting cans left and right. Dude.
too cold.
I mean,
It
it's
is
true.
too cold.
Fair enough. It is
Yeah.
pretty cold, but dude, hook it up.
10 cents.
10 cents.
The Newman, Kramer, they
That's
figured
exactly
it out.
how they did the
Yes.
whole mail truck issue.
They figured out the gas.
Yes.
Hilarious.
That's awesome.
All right, Tim. Which two states will not, obviously from our list, which two states will not tax the catering services for your party?
I'm gonna say California and Maryland.
Maryland is correct, but Michigan is the other one. Michigan loves a party.
I guess
Michigan's
so.
letting you have a party, no problem.
Awesome.
All right, 0-0. Okay, Jenny. Which of these states may not tax your cold party tray?
Ooh, my cold party tray. Let's see.
Tim knows, but I don't know why.
California.
It is California.
There you
Why?
go.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
It's this whole goofy thing that we could get into that's called the 80-80 rule. It's basically talks about like cold prepared food items to go, and if you're considered to be like a grocery store, and if you serve them with utensils, and if it's, effectively it's this law that was put into place to allow convenience stores and other stores that sell a lot of prepared food that are cold and ready to go from coming like grab and go, so they don't have to collect tax on that stuff. Whereas other stores where it could be difficult, where you sell a mixture of items that could be non-taxable versus the predominant amount of the items that you sell are taxable, you fall within the 80-80 rule. So 80% of the items that you actually sell or greater than 80% are taxable, then you can tax 100% of them. So like, a restaurant that sells cold gallons of beverages to go that are non-carbonated, which would normally be exempt, you can actually collect tax and make it easier for your POS system to be set up. And so you don't have to deal with the conflicting rules of, is this non-taxable because somebody's taking it to go or eating it here? If it's taxable, blah, 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 blah. So
it is actually easier for...
it's easier for restaurants to administer the tax law and set up their POS systems if they can qualify for the 80-80 rule.
Should everybody do that?
I know. I mean,
Sounds
I don't-
great.
I just-
Most restaurants do actually do that. They, there's tests to actually do for it and check and make sure that you fall within the guidelines of the 80-80 rule. But at the end of the day, most people want to abide by the 80-80 rule because it makes your tax administration a lot easier.
80-80 is kind of misleading. That sounds like 160.
I think we did a little bit on 80-80, and we were like, it's really 80-80-20, but then we
Right.
figured out that wasn't right.
That's right. Yeah.
So when-
it's
80-80.
It's weird.
So what you're saying is the vegetable dip tray I'm bringing that will go untouched during the party. At least I'm not paying sales tax on it.
That's exactly right. Yep.
the carrots and
There's a
celery.
win.
Yeah. You're turning around and making people feel good about.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to eat healthy in the
How about
Super Bowl.
dry
No.
broccoli?
Oh, yeah,
Just a
seriously.
dry broccoli.
Dry broccoli and like a snap pea.
My God.
Like who wants to eat a snap pea?
I like a snap pea.
I'm a big fan of a snap pea and the broccoli, to be honest with you.
A raw one though?
Oh, yeah.
Raw.
I love-
Broccoli's awesome.
I love a steamed snap pea, but a raw one? Okay. All right. I'm bringing you a dip tray.
They're called sugar snap peas. They're sweet.
I'm a fan.
Not
I'm a huge fan.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
That was Jenny. And then Tim explained why. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
For Tim. Which of these states generally taxes admissions?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Hold on.
You can't Google it?
I'm not Googling.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing
Get off your
anything.
laptop.
I'm not on my laptop. I'm gonna say California generally taxes admissions.
Nope. Jenny.
Maryland.
No.
What?
Missouri.
Missouri.
Missouri. Yeah.
Oh,
that's what
because
gonna be
Maryland
my
has
second guess.
admissions, sales tax returns. That's crazy. No, and Tim, when you say hold on, and your fingers all over the keys, that makes me think.
Not Googling it.
I know. It's like a trivia night. You have to watch those people.
Not me.
Yeah.
Okay, Jenny. Which two states exempt the vitamins supplements you will need to recover the next day?
I got to go with California again.
You would think there's two of them.
Oh, there's two of them. Sorry. So not California. So that's good to know.
Yep.
Let's do Michigan and Maryland.
Oh, she got it. And
Yeah.
With no help at all from anybody.
No, it was 0.
2-0.
I find that as a rebound type question, and I I am objecting.
She still needed to get both.
Can I throw the replay flag?
I still,
I'm going to throw the replay flag. I want to challenge.
I don't.
Okay.
Well,
she said California, and then you were like, you would think there's two.
that doesn't sound familiar to me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
can
well,
check
we'll
the
let one of the
tape. Yes.
users call in and say, Jenny was wrong. That's fine. It's totally fine.
Okay, Tim. Which state does not tax gifts or promotional items? Free tickets, free jersey.
Gifts or
Oh, that's a tough one, I will say.
Maryland.
Maryland is right.
Wow. So how
Why
many,
would you? Yeah, how'd you get there?
In all honesty, I guessed.
Yeah.
I literally pulled it out of the hat.
Do you think it's just because, I mean, of the way that?
yeah. What?
So,
In
like,
all
New
honesty,
Jersey-
I
had no
very
thought process?
I had zero thought process, and around any of that, I just turned around and said, you know what? Look at a state that you don't really know a ton about their sales tax law, and I was like, I picked one.
I wonder if it's something.
I know for a fact,
you know,
like Michigan and like Missouri, when I'm thinking about giveaways, and I've dealt with issues in those states regarding giveaways and the taxation of giveaways.
you know that those, so you got to eliminate those.
Yeah. So there was some thought process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's- Okay.
process
Yeah.
of elimination.
I
Then
wonder if
was
it's
down to
something,
50-50.
like when we were talking about our gambling episode, and we are talking about New Jersey and Vegas and how they give things away, but there's
Oh, yeah,
tax.
yeah, yeah.
And I wonder, Maryland is, I mean, it's close up
That's
there. It could be
true.
just a
Yeah.
proximity thing, and
That's true.
They could have a casino. We don't know.
You know what? Yeah, maybe.
But let's just bring this all back to a close in the fact that I think I have 2 points and Tim has 1 point.
That's true. And
So
you
let's
could get,
just-
you could get, here, there's another question.
Okay, go
There's
for it.
7 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Could this be like
Bonus question.
yes, or sudden death?
Ooh,
Whoever
just
answers
like
it first.
whoever says it first. So this
Okay.
question is for both of you. We have a sudden death question.
Okay.
Which state taxes the Social Security services needed for Taylor Swift to watch Kansas City?
California.
Michigan,
Oh my God! I guess keep going.
Missouri.
Maryland.
And Maryland wins on the 4th guess. Oh my goodness! No
Wait a minute,
points will
so
be
can you-
awarded.
Can you describe that?
Yeah.
Can you
What
read
was
the
that?
question?
The Social Security.
Which state taxes the security services?
Oh, security.
I thought you said social.
I think you said Social Security.
Oh my
you
God.
did. I
You did.
swear.
You
I
did
swear
say
that's what you
Social
said. That's why I was like Social Security.
That is amazing. So thank you, Donna, for the bonus question that I didn't read right, that then nobody guessed right, and then
It's like
didn't
who taxes
understand.
Social Security Administration? And why does
Amazing.
Taylor Swift need Social Security at 30 something?
Yeah, she's poor.
Honestly,
So-
she could be technically retired and just still work. Like she
That's
doesn't
true.
need,
That's true.
She's hit the financial threshold. I'm sure.
Oh my god!
Amazing. So obviously, no points will be awarded for a bunch of reasons.
For a lot of
But with the state, so they tax security services.
Security services.
So that's just like you hire a bodyguard and they tax
Bodyguard,
it?
or you could have home security, or you could have like a security at a concert or anything like that. Yeah.
Oh wow.
They're the only one who taxes that. So is that
No,
is
there's
that
a number. There's a few states tax
of these
security.
4 states, it sounds like.
No, yeah, but
Yeah.
is that a weird thing to not tax?
It's
a
it's a
service.
service. So
service. I mean, it depends on the jurisdiction where if they specifically enumerate the service to be taxable. So in a lot of jurisdictions, I don't know, maybe there was a reason that Maryland decided to have an enumerated security service, but good question.
Yeah. Well, that was an awesome quiz. I like. that
Maybe
you-
it has something to
Yes.
do with their proximity to like Washington, D.C., and politicians and hiring security services.
I bet there's a ton of them in that area, and they're like, "Look, we're missing out a huge revenue."
That's
yes,
exactly it, dude.
good point.
You're right.
Yep.
Oh, well, I just want to thank you, Taylor Swift, for letting me channel your energy to win that quiz against him.
Congratulations. Great job, Donna. That was a good quiz.
Let me show you my excited face.
Let me show you my face of the Seahawks are not in the Super Bowl.
Well, congratulations. Anyways.
I know.
Okay, let's take a break before we move on to our next segment.
All right, we're back from break, and we're going to get started on our states discussion, and we're going to start with the loser states. The first one being Maryland.
That's a little harsh.
I know.
A little too soon calling them losers.
Oh, well, I
The
mean,
guys-
okay.
Right
They
on
did
the
not-
apology list.
I mean, dude, poor Lamar Jackson is just like, ow, man, that just hurt. What just happened?
Oh, I'm sure he's listening to this. He's very. Of
course he is.
Yes, I'm sure.
Very into
Fan
him
of the
sales
show.
tax knowledge.
Friend of the show.
That's exactly right.
So, okay, sorry. From the people who did not win Is that better?
There you go.
Will they stop crying now?
My goodness.
Jeez.
It's piling on.
I know.
This is not me.
this Taylor
is coming from a Taylor Swift fan that
I
has no
know.
vested interest in football, apparently.
I have a very big vested interest in football because it is her boyfriend. So, yes, I know. I am here for the love story, people. We need something good in our lives. Okay, Baltimore. Let's get back on task, people. Maryland. A $5 per month fee on sewer bills. Ooh, septic systems. This is fun. Okay. Tim, text Poetic about this a little bit.
It's apparently something about the Atlantic Coastal Bays Restoration Fund. It had to deal with like the Chesapeake Bay. But it looks like they actually impose a $5 per month fee on sewer bills and $60 annual fee on septic systems. So congratulations. You have extra people over at your house for the gigantic fish tank game. Apparently you're going to have a, couple of extra charges slapped onto your water bill to have all those extra people there. So very nice.
Yeah, so don't serve a lot of cheese either, I guess.
No.
If a lot of people over for the game.
Can you swim in the Chesapeake Bay?
Can you swim in it?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Okay, to the Google.
100%. I guarantee you that it's safe to swim in it. I mean, you're eating crabs out of it, and
As the summer heat kicks in, the Chesapeake Bay becomes a great place to cool off.
there you go, man.
Is it the safe water?
Is it like Kramer swimming in the Hudson Bay with all the trash and dead bodies? So,
It's really it's very long, and I'm bored now. But I'm gonna go with probably not.
yeah, okay.
It's too long.
Okay.
There's a lot. Look at this.
Of stuff that says that, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
wow.
them, and they haven't quite answered it yet. So I'm gonna go with maybe that. I was just trying to see if the taxes were going to something like helpful. And maybe it is,
right.
Because they're trying to clean up the Chesapeake Bay.
I mean,
I do know that like years ago, like the Chesapeake was probably one of the most highly polluted
well, there you go. So
waterways in the United States.
I think it's good if you live near water that it's clean. So maybe $5 is a good investment.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay.
So $5 for a sewer bill, $60 for a septic system.
For annualized on septic.
How many times does a kind of a tax law like this have a singular sort of like reason behind it?
They pass them from time to time, don't they? Like
yeah.
the PIFs, you know.
I mean, when you're talking about admissions taxes, most of them
Right.
go to fund stadiums, and what Jenny just said about PIFs, property improvement fees, they go to for specific neighborhoods, specific developments, development authority taxes. You got a bunch of stuff. I mean, it happens quite frequently.
They sell it on, it's good for your city, right? It promotes tourism, revenue, all that good stuff.
Most
So-
sales taxes have if it happens a lot, do a lot of different sales tax have a, end date?
Sunset date.
Yeah.
No. Georgia, where we're sitting, is a great example. There are specific exemptions that they tend to, like the state has started doing what they call like 12-month tests of exemptions. So, hey, we're going to do a nonprofit admissions tax exemption for 12 months, and they're going to see how much it actually impacts the tax collection revenues. And then what they'll do is they'll bring it up for a vote for a permanent extension, or maybe they'll extend it for 10 more years, and then they reevaluate it. The problem that you have is if states don't put sunsets on exemptions, a lot of those exemptions will just sit there forever, and people will forget about them, and they just keep piling exemptions on exemptions on exemptions and stuff like that. And then, ultimately it becomes a little bit of a legislative nightmare to keep up with it. But at the end of the day, I will say a lot of states don't have sunset dates on tax exemptions or for sales taxes, period.
Oh, yeah. So back to Maryland. I just wanted to touch real quick on the Maryland digital advertising tax, like Donna's favorite topic. So that's just been a recurring theme we've had to apologize for in this podcast, right, Tim? Because we don't like it.
That's exactly right.
And we thought it'd be repealed, right? And then it wasn't.
That's right.
Yeah. So they passed a tax on whatever, print media, but also digital media.
Digital goods.
Is that
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Digital,
For advertising.
Yeah. Digital advertising. Yep.
Did that make our top 10?
No, it's just digital goods in general, and the taxation of digital
yeah.
goods, I think, is what was on the
Well, listen to the top
10.
10 episode. There's a lot of things we hate in that.
Oh, yeah. No, this is one of them. I don't know if it made the top 10, but it just, it's related to Maryland and the losers, the Ravens. So I'm not.
It's really piling on.
Okay. Speaking of losers, Detroit. So Michigan. Again, we feel bad for Detroit. We love you. So please don't send us any hate mail. But okay. So going back to food, like many states, Michigan taxes prepared food, but not unprepared food. And the law goes into detail about how to distinguish the two. So if you buy hot popcorn at a concession stand, it may be taxable because that counts as prepared food, right? But a bag of chips isn't because, it's in the bag. It's not prepared.
So unless it's sold with a heating or it's sold heated or with a utensil. So like, I guess if you would have
Keep it popcorn. If it's heated popcorn.
Oh yeah.
But if it's bagged popcorn, it's not.
That's exactly
That's correct.
Oh, my
Yeah, I know, right? What about my salad? What if I just ate my salad with like my face and no utensils? I
Well,
mean,
you typically eat your salad with your face, right?
So normal eating.
I don't know how else you would eat your salad. But
without a fork is what I'm saying.
I like to put my salad into my mouth.
I mean, that's
Not in your nostrils or your eardrums.
exactly my ears. I mean, I guess they're all connected.
Same.
So anyway, yes. So soup. I mean, what if I want to drink my soup and I don't want to use a...
There's some really inventive ways that I think that people have tried to get around prepared food taxes and not having like utensils and stuff like that. Look, at the end of the day, if you're selling something that is being made ready and for you to consume, like at its point, that's what they're trying to say. It should be taxed.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Michigan. That's cool. We're cool with that. So should we move on to our two winner states? Winner, chicken dinners.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, chicken dinners for our Super Bowl parties. So let's go to Tim's favorite state, California.
Yeah, talking about California and winning and taxes all in the same.
I know.
sentence.
Are you about to burst into flames?
Yeah, especially since we're talking about the team that's from there that will remain nameless because I refuse to have that name come out of my mouth.
I know. You were very upset about that last night.
Not a big fan.
I know.
Yep, not a big
Yeah.
fan of the winner. Nope.
So, well, let's talk about their taxes and do we not like them for other reasons?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty interesting when you look at California, and I actually didn't know this. Donna brought this up. California military personnel can actually purchase alcohol without paying sales tax.
Did you even appreciate that when you were in the Navy?
You know what? I didn't. I don't think I really took a lot of advantage of it.
Maybe you didn't know.
I didn't know.
Well, that's what I'm
when
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you buy stuff on the PX,
bet
which is the Navy
automatic-
exchange,
yeah,
you don't typically pay sales tax on anything there.
Right.
And you got the two largest military bases in the United States with Camp Pendleton and 32nd Street Navy Station being there. You don't really think about that stuff.
When you go to buy a six-pack now, are you like, oh, I wish I was back in the days when I was in the Navy?
Well, yeah, because a six-pack of beer when I was back in the day of the Navy did not cost anywhere near what it costs today.
$14.99 for a 4-pack.
That's exactly it.
What the hell's going on?
Dude, kidding me? Like $12 for a pack of Shiner? Like, what?
The water came from Icelandic glaciers that were melted using special
All
UV
marketing.
sun globes. So yeah,
Couple
okay.
in Pittsburgh filled the bottle and shipped it.
All right.
In their bathtub.
So everybody in California, hook up with someone you know that's in the military. Get your alcohol for the big game
That's right.
without paying sales tax.
Without paying sales tax on it.
Yes. And then, all right, what else? In the Golden State, fresh fruit bought from grocery stores is tax exempt. I'm not surprised about that. Are you? Oh my goodness. But when it is bought from a vending machine, it is subject to an additional 33% of sales
That's
tax.
probably them just trying to not put fresh fruit in vending machines.
Yeah.
Because
Who the hell buys an orange out of a vending machine?
Like what? Or even like,
you ever seen a banana? Those
Right.
things last an hour and a half.
You know what? It must be like those hospital vending machines. Like, have you seen the creepy crap that you can buy out of those? Right? I mean, there's some weird stuff. Like, who buys an egg salad sandwich out of a hospital?
oh
vending
gosh. Who buys a sandwich
Sushi.
Come on.
like Chevy Chase?
Yeah.
Who buys a sandwich from a gas station?
That's exactly it.
Who buys a sandwich from a vending machine?
There's a lot of people who do.
Yeah, how about an
Apparently.
avocado? I mean, can you imagine an avocado in a vending machine? I mean, I can't even,
Eat that.
Yeah, I bring it home from the store and it's bad. So
There you go.
Yeah, so stick to grabbing that candy bar from the vending machine and buy your fruit from the supermarket instead.
That would be
Yes.
awesome to watch somebody go in with like a gigantic platter and just start buying fruit out of the vending machine. Congratulations.
Just wanted this to be more expensive and grosser.
Yes, and grosser.
Just to make sure that people really don't eat the fruit. This came from
A vending machine.
St. Joseph's Hospital's vending machine near the cafeteria.
This costs 33% more, and it's very gross.
But they're like, well, we saved sales tax on our 6-pack of beer from Uncle Jack in the Navy, buying it at the base.
Amazing.
Awesome.
So everyone comes out even on that one.
That's
Sure
right.
do.
All right. So last state, our last winner state, it's not Kansas, remember, It's Missouri.
That's right. It's Missouri.
Most people do know that.
I beg to differ.
Oh man.
No,
All right,
hold on.
call in.
Hold on.
I want to hear from each person. And if there's any people that did not know that,
Wait, are
for
you?
everyone, I'll give Jenny.
Yeah, and you know what?
No.
Spiky McFootball Face is going to call in and absolutely destroy Jenny over this.
Hold on. Are we talking about people not knowing that the Kansas City Chiefs are from Kansas City, Missouri? I'm thinking no. I mean,
I would easily venture to guess that 75 to 80% of the people that would call in would say,
Let's
dude,
do it. We're just going to do it.
All
We're going to do a
right.
company poll.
no. We need to put a poll on the
My first
website.
email to everyone
yes.
who works in the company.
And you have to be truthful on this.
gotta be truthful.
I'm saying I know it now, but I did not know it. I don't know when it was, but I was like, oh, they're not in Kansas. Okay.
Anymore.
That's confusing. Yeah, that's a whole other. Anyway, so oh my gosh, I need to talk about this one. So this is the fun research you came up with from Missouri. In 1820, Missouri passed what they called a bachelor tax, charging single men between the ages of 21 and 50 an annual tax of $1, the equivalent of $23 today. And it was originally intended to encourage young men to settle down. The law is still on the books today, though it's no longer enforced. I think that is so amazing.
Enforce it.
Maybe that's why.
Get a letter in the mail. You owe us $23.
That's
You
what
loser.
Travis Kelce is obviously still a bachelor in the city of Kansas City, Missouri. So no wonder he's settling down. He doesn't want to pay $23.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
I love it.
So yeah, that is amazing. I love that.
Tim, you ever heard of that before in here?
nope. And I have been rendered speechless.
Well,
Do you have any clients in Missouri?
Oh, of
course
for
I do.
sure. Yeah.
Please
Oh, no.
put this on a return. Do something with
I
it.
mean-
And be like, are you guys paying your bachelor tax?
You paying your bachelor tax.
The what?
I'm just saying to all you Kansas City Chiefs players out there, you bachelors, just give me a call so you don't have to pay your tax.
Good Lord.
Hi.
That's amazing.
Go Chiefs.
That's awesome.
Let's double
So,
date with Taylor
we
and
should
Travis.
maybe we should look into tax laws that are still on the books that are no longer enforced. Because
Yes.
I bet there's a lot of these.
Oh, dude, there's a bunch.
And I bet there's some that are fairly recent or that maybe they could bring back. So I think that might be something cool to look into.
I would love that.
Yeah.
We could do a
That's
great
why they
episode
like
on
charge like an extra 3 cents of ice cream or 3 cents per scoop of ice cream in Juneau because salmon don't eat ice cream or some crap like that. Like
I mean, I'm sure.
there's some wacky like goofball laws. I mean, I completely made that up, but I guarantee you, like
that. I know. I was
some-
like, wait, what?
and I
There's
wasn't
some of
sure. I was like, maybe.
there's
Oh
some
man,
of these
we should do.
weird
we can do,
laws.
We can
that
do
really-
true or false, and I'll just read.
Oh, that'd
and
be a good
Did I make it
one.
up or is it real?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's
I
great.
love
Absolutely.
it.
All
Well,
right, so if you're wondering how our podcasts get done,
Yeah.
you just got a behind the scenes look, and that is how we come up with segments.
that's
There you
basically
go.
how we plan episodes. But Missouri, I think you win for the best law on this episode because that is great. Again, Bachelors in Missouri, give us a call.
All right, so we do have a couple of apologies. Jenny for not asking what her favorite food was and just moving right on with the conversation. Me and Tim.
Like I'm not even here.
I know, and it was your question.
It was.
And we just, and it's
okay.
is Guy 101. Just they ask a question, ask it back.
Yes.
everything is fine. Donna for me reading the quiz question the wrong way. It's my first apology. I think.
I think you're looking forward to Social Security.
I'm very Social
Do
Security.
you need to
Taylor Swift.
apologize to the Social Security Administration?
I mean, apologize to just everyone for the
Okay.
confusion.
All right.
A lot of Jennies. Jenny, you called Maryland.
Yeah.
A lot of losers. You called the Ravens losers.
stand-
You said.
I stand by that.
You said Detroit. Speaking of losers, Detroit.
Yeah. Well,
Like
they
I mean,
lost.
I know, but
Yeah.
you never really said football. You never said the team name. It really
Oh.
sounded like you were just talking about the
was-
nice people of
I
Detroit,
know,
the
I'm
nice people of
sorry.
Maryland,
No, just the teams are losers.
and somehow there isn't a single Tim apology on this list.
Nope. I've been on my best behavior today.
Best behavior.
Yeah,
Even though you're salty.
I am.
Yeah, about the
I'm-
Seahawks and the 49ers.
I'm not so much salty about the Seahawks. I was surprised we were even like trying to get for a playoff win, but I just do not like the two teams that are in it. I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah.
all right. All right. So before we sign off, predictions. Tim, who you got?
Sandstorm. I told you.
Sandstorm.
But I'm gonna take. I'll take Chiefs 23-20.
23-20 Chiefs. Hard to bet against Mahomes. Who you got?
Oh, I'm obviously with the Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I have to pick by how many points?
If you
Okay.
pick, yes, now that you're both picking the Chiefs, because then we're going to see who's closer.
Okay. Well, I'm feeling 22.
22 what?
That's a
Do you
Taylor
think they're going to
Taylor-
win by
It's a
22
Taylor
points?
Swift song.
It's a Taylor Swift
No, I know,
song.
but like,
Yeah.
that's her get like
Yeah.
the Chiefs
I'm
by
not sure.
22.
22.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs
I
kill
think
them,
I got it. Think you go ahead and give me that
Tim's
point.
spread's probably a little more accurate. All right, Jenny, take us home.
Wait, did you do your prediction?
Oh yeah, it's I'm gonna go San Francisco by a million.
Oh, really?
A million.
A million. So you think
gonna be a
22 is
bloodbath.
obnoxious, but
Hey,
a million?
we have to talk about your employment and in your annual review.
I
Completed
wanted,
here.
I wanted
just
the
need to let you
Lions
know.
just like every other
Just to let
warm-blooded
everybody in the
American.
listening universe know if JB is not here next week, we now understand why.
You know why?
We can all say, I think I can say for this table, we all wanted the Lions in the Super Bowl and to win, correct?
110.
Yeah. So, I mean, yes.
I couldn't
That
believe
is-
how disappointed I was.
It's-
Like
Dude, I was
I knew
crushed.
I wanted them to win.
I was
think.
absolutely
And then
crushed.
it's just like you start to envision it, and you're like,
Yes.
cool, like Eminem, it's gonna be great.
Yep.
And then just like it's slowly just like what's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
It was almost as bad as the Atlanta New England Super Bowl.
I remember that differently.
No.
Oh, that's true.
No. I don't think anything could be.
That's just true.
That's a top 5 day of my life.
Shout out to my boy Burt Brown, who I know is listening. 28-3, brother. I love you, dude.
It
I
was
getting
horrible.
a lot of texts from my Atlanta friends during the first half of that game. The second half, I
No.
didn't get as many.
I know, isn't that
Can't remember
weird?
Why?
Yeah, it's strange. All
Do
right.
y'all remember the next year when the halftime show that they were playing in New Orleans? It was Falcons versus the New Orleans Saints, and the Saints had a high school marching band come out, and they spelled out 28-3 on the field.
I didn't know that.
Dude, you got to look it up. It was absolutely epic.
I use it all the time. I mean, like when Zoom, like, Skype was the big thing, and then COVID happens and Zoom comes in, and the first thing you think is that Skype blew a 28-3 lead to Zoom. Because, like, you had it.
But-
Everybody
That's
had Skype.
awesome.
And
True.
How
Yep.
did you fumble that?
yeah.
Yeah.
The new
Where did
fu-
Skype go? When people say Skype now, I just laugh.
Hey,
inside.
what do you mean?
I know. Yeah, it's like saying BlackBerry. So, all right. Thanks for being with us today on our great big game / cereal receptacle for the Sunday in February. And just a reminder, you don't have to listen to any of our episodes in order. You can listen to them however you like. So find us on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube Music. Thanks so much for being with us today, and go teams. And I hope you both have fun.
Go Hawks.
Amazing.
Bye.